Today, I'm going to talk about car buying, new and used. I want to hit you with buying cars, new or used, bleeds across both. Know you're good for the money before you go shop for a car. If you're not a member of a credit union, go join one before shopping for a car. Credit union car loan rates are usually about 1.5 points lower than from a bank and will be typically as much as 4 to 6 interest rate points lower at a credit union than they'll be at a car dealer. So there's huge money to be saved over time getting pre-qualified for financing. When you're buying a used car, I want you to start with what's generally referred to as the funnel. And that is, I want you to know what used vehicles have proven to be the most reliable. J.D. Power does it at typically 3 years of ownership, Consumer Reports at 4 years. This information is widely disseminated. I want you to stick to models that have proven that they have been reliable over a 3 or 4 year period. And why not look at both? The J.D. Power list at 3, the Consumer Reports list at 4. And speaking of 3 and 4, the reason both of them do that is that's a real sweet spot with the used vehicle market. When a vehicle still has the overwhelming percent of its useful life remaining, but the value of the vehicle has declined significantly in those first 3 to 4 years. For many models, having lost more than half of the original purchase price and value. So you're buying a car that is a lot cheaper, but has a history that may not be a good history.
Any used vehicle that you're really interested in, you want to run the VIN, the vehicle identification number. Look at the vehicle title history that you can find online, some of them free, some of them you pay for. And with that, you're able to see if anything major has happened, a big insurance claim, a big auto accident, that kind of thing, so that you can eliminate a vehicle that has had a troubled history.
You know, I had a gentleman who came up to me and said he was so glad that I recommended this step because the vehicle he was really interested in turned out to be salvage. They'd been in like a really serious wreck. Didn't know it, but he knew it without even hiring a mechanic for an inspection because it came up in the vehicle title history. I have information about how to pick those at clark.com, how to pick a vehicle title history service. Carfax is the best known brand, but there are others that are cheaper. So you do that, and that can eliminate a vehicle immediately if it has a bad history. But if you find one that shows no problems on the vehicle title history, that's not enough. If a dealer is selling you a vehicle is certified pre-owned, that is not enough. Because it's a condition of purchase, you need to have a vehicle inspected by a mechanic if you're choosing. Very important you do that. Because if you don't have a vehicle inspected, you could be buying problems that are not obvious or clear. And some dealerships give you time after you buy to return for a full refund, places like CarMax, Carvana. Others, the second you buy a car, you own it, no matter what. And remember, what a salesperson tells you does not matter in the used car business. You are stuck as stuck could be if that's the dealer policy. So at any place that you find a car you really like and you think you really want it, you still want to have it checked out before you purchase at a dealership where you buy it, you own it. A lot of dealers will not let you have a vehicle inspected. If they won't, you eliminate that dealer and whatever car they have on their lot that's tempting you. What about price? Figuring out price is much tougher on a used vehicle than a new one.
You want to research online what are fair prices for the vehicles that you're interested in. There are lots of pricing guides you can use to figure out what fair market value would be for that vehicle. There are several great resources to check prices. The ones that people use most often are Edmunds.com, KBB.com, and NADA.com.
And you can see general ballpark, adjusting for condition, which is subjective, adjusting for miles, which is not subjective, and equipment on a vehicle. You also have to like driving the vehicle. But if you do those steps, arrange your financing in advance, limit your search to vehicles that tend to be the most reliable according to the research of Consumer Reports and J.D. Power, and not initial vehicle quality with J.D. Power, but 3-year ownership. You check out a vehicle's title history. You have a vehicle checked out by a mechanic of your choosing. You do those steps, you will eliminate the overwhelming percent of problems that I hear about from people buying a used car.
You do take a risk buying used because you're buying something with a history that may or may not be good, but you save so much money buying used.
Now, talking about buying a new car. Buying new cars, the easiest it's ever been, by far. And car dealers know that customers come in armed with so much more information than ever before. But before you ever go through the process of buying a car, I want you to know you're good for the money. Go join a credit union. Get pre-approved for financing for that new vehicle you're interested in. See if you're going to wheeze on what the monthly payment would be. Keep the loan term 42 months or less. You go longer than 42 months, you're going to owe more on your vehicle than what it's worth through pretty much the entirety of the loan and pay enormous amounts of interest instead of paying principal on the car loan. If the payment on a 42-month loan on the vehicle you have your eyes focused on is backbreaking, it means you're buying more car than your budget really can stand. And you may need to think about buying a used version of that car to get down to that 42 months. Now, my 42 months sounds so quaint and antiquated because so many people now take out 6-year and longer loans. That is a recipe for financial disaster. Stick to a shorter term loan. Anyway, I digress. Get the money, know you're good for it. Then you can shop for a car. The beauty shopping online now is it's so easy. Costco members, Costco is the equivalent of the largest car dealer in the United States at this point. They deliver so many vehicles. Costco.com, you can see how to buy a car as a Costco member, or you can buy through the information they have near the membership desk where they tell you who to call at a car dealer for the already preset Costco price. No negotiation, no games, no gimmicks on whatever vehicle you want. Sam's Club has a car buying program now. USAA has a very big car buying program. And both of them behind the scenes use technology from a company called TrueCar in order to arrange the purchase of a car at what's referred to as a target price, not a solid price, but pretty close, a little bit different than the Costco car buying program. But with any of these things, you get away from what's known as the grind. That's the historical, discredited practice that hangs on stubbornly at some car dealers where they try to take advantage of you by wearing you down over a number of hours and using psychological tricks to rip you off on the purchase of a new car. You also, if you want the absolute lowest price on a new car, you contact dealers directly, not through a third party like Costco or Sam's Club or USAA or TrueCar or whatever. If you are a real stickler, you have ice water in your veins, you can make your own deal with the internet department at a dealership, sending in requests online to whoever the people are designated to do those deals. You want to make sure you always ask, does that include all junk fees? Is that, as they call it in the business, drive-out price? And you make your deal, and if you get to a dealership and anything's happening other than you taking delivery, you need to leave. Because if they start gaming you, you know that's a dealership you want nothing to do with. You're done with them. They're out of your life. Because there are plenty of other people in the car business that will play it straight. And remember, you've already arranged your financing. So the one question that comes up more than any other from new car buyers that I get is about the used car warranty. On the new car, you buy an extension of the manufacturer's warranty, and don't buy it at the time you're buying the car. Wait, experience how reliable your vehicle is. If you plan to keep it a long time before the manufacturer's warranty runs out, you'll be able to buy an extension of it with the manufacturer of your vehicle. And that's the only one you want. You want no third-party service contracts, extended warranties, anything like that. You want the manufacturer's own. But again, let the clock run on the vehicle you bought while it's still under the umbrella of the manufacturer's warranty to see how reliable it is before you even consider buying that third-party warranty.
If you follow these steps, I can't guarantee you that you'll get the best car possible, but you certainly will improve your odds